space rock, the great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, ways the heart as I sun ray my art, or make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge one is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, ways the heart as I sun ray my art, or make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks we make knowledge more is when the run and bass drop. I rose up, took a shower, purified my arc field, took copper for a wall to ensure my chlorophyll is pumping. Done some curls for sure, I've more to build. Solid foundation, my crown chakra core and hill. Pound the pavement, sacred ground, freedom I stand for. Free all political prisoners of war. Man or woman in jail, rid the land of all foreign and alien entities. I decree this morning, send them back to whence they came.
Gotta work out and then get ready for work.
Whatever the relevant name of each path, simple, highest form, spiritualities, how you teach math. A humble beach is still a beach. Now feel the beach raft, rain fire upon them, and the internet forms, sigils, emojis, and the avatars that wore them. Destroy this de facto government and its quorums.
I'm just kidding. I'm not that vain.
He may restore him, the great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media,
that's what they say it is. I know how to make these though.
Knowledge more is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, makes the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge more is when run and bass drop. Legs host, note to self, quit playing, hit the gas. This shaft is called my turn, take the risk and fast. Most of them got vaccinated.
Oh, that's cool, but damn.
With chips in their ass, plus rappers sacrificing each other for crystal they cash. Session, watch videos with other subliminals, predictive programming, weirdo, strong menstrual shows, the lands contaminated, fruits and vegetables, black minerals, the water and skies I fry, liquid chemicals, technology, got me here in front of my desktop, perusing these beats and whatnot for my best option, contemplating which bar will next spot to unlock the minds that are stuck within a Xbox off the chart. I continue to climb, watching the rest flow like carp fishing, 100% fresh salt water. I'm on the front line, ex-martial spot. I shine because of her, well she's the best part. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates this spark. Ways the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge one is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, ways the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge one is when the run and bass drops.
I think I left some clean in here too. I like that. I hurt my butt. Pick this up. That's on the floor.
All praises to the Most High. All praises to the great matriarch. Honor and respect to our ancestors. Jah, you've always had a father, the author of your flow, the show fire starter, the cause of your glow. But the trail I've blazed, I pray you turn from it. The hell I've raised, I pray you don't burn from it. The work I put in, I pray that you earn from it. The mistakes I've made, I pray that you learn from it. You my splitting image, a little darker, a little taller.
Let's get homework in there. Roll him. And we get a chicken. I gotta run and pick up my dinner.
And my music, and a lot of this music, it's only talking, talking about the suppressed rising, the oppressed rising up against the oppressor. That's all. That's what my music's about. The oppressed rising up against the oppressor. So if only people that's scared are the oppressors, the only people who can have any harm coming to them are those who oppress. Simple as that. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. It's time for a change, gotta bounce up. The oppressor's about to get tossed up.
woke up blamed by God, it's overdue. Your time is to the end. Not Jah silent without sin. He put me on the planet for justice to win. The verse is about to get rolled down. With some presses attached in the war zone. Revolution can start in the Arizona. I'm a messenger popping like Farrakhan. Backed by the honorable who sits at the pinnacle. Who judges the hypocritical, cynical, and the pitiful simple. My thinking is critical. I'm just ventilating of the actions of the protective service. Quick to pull the black blast and kill this. Don't take any type of skill. I'm ill of all citizens who have it to me stand. Oh, and it's too late when the caps get filled. Don't believe the TC type. Going hits close to home. You gotta act the bone, but it got the dome when it's on the zone. All red of my wishes through sight.
I gotta finish that. That's part of my chest workout today. Oh, my chest.
So you better be ready to ride tonight. All the way to the dawn daylight. We gon'
Them 50-pound dumbbell flies. Man, they fuck. I was getting ready to go up to 60, but that's unnecessary. Hell, 15, 30 pounds is more than enough to get what needs to be done. My rotator cuff felt good.
This world is such a...
The reason why I don't really push, like, because it's cameras. I don't want them to see what I can do.
Such a gimme.
So I, do.
Everybody back off.
I realize, like, okay, that's good enough.
Everywhere, big business. You want to be successful. You want to be like
my back's messed up. I don't give that strength.
Step, crush. That's how it all is, and it's like nobody ever stopped.
I acknowledge the fact that there's a reality to it to a point, but I'm very aware that it all can heal. I'm aware that you can regenerate a hand. You can regenerate a leg, a limb. You really can. But there are some times when you gotta allow things to happen because it's a reason. I can't explain it. I got a story to tell. And if they would remain stupid, so be it. They want to keep playing with things that I knew not to and did anyway. Well, so be it. You would think they would stop, right? No. And they still think they're in control. That's the amazing thing. Anyway, they keep grafting and grooming people. I was just reading that porn star Jenna Jameson. When I was deep into it, man, hot. Anyway, I think she had a baby. She was married to this woman. She was a Jew. I'll show you the ignorance. They don't really know the truth. They think the language is Hebraic. No, it's Yiddish, which is, if you really look up the original meaning of Yiddish, it's a composite of different languages of like like you ain't saying nothing, but you're saying a whole lot of something. You give anything meaning. Anyway, we're gonna get into that. Original words. Keanu Williams shared something with me. I was like, damn it, I was saying this stuff. I hope they recorded it. They knew it. Nick.
What up, Chuck?
Yeah, I'm live, brother. Yeah, this is a good brother right here. Good brother of mine, y'all. I'm doing a little live chat. I'm gonna chat with some words and stuff. This is a good brother of mine. I wish my brother Bull in the weather. He's a good Filipino guy, retired brother. This is a good brother, man. Hawaii, he know it all. I'm gonna start hiking with him when my toe get better. Yeah, this is my brother right here.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Tom, they come in, it's a little slow because it's early, you know.
That's all right.
But yeah, Tom, this is my home. This is good people's right here. We got a bunch of them in here.
Hell yeah.
But I want to get on some words today because people have a hard time understanding a reality of the world. And y'all know that I was fortunate enough to know my great uncles. It's not about, when you go back generations. I sit there with my mother, my grandmother, my great grandmother, both born in the late 1800s, and then my great uncles who fought in the fake Civil War. And people had a hard time when I was in high school. And when I was in elementary, I just kept mention their names. They were alive. And middle school and high school, I was not allowed to talk about them. I don't even get that. The fact that, okay, you're Indian, nobody else can be Indian. We didn't have no Mongolian Native Americans around us. They didn't exist. But we had a lot of Asian, because I'm part Chinese, and we had a lot of brothers and sisters around us, and they all fought against the very same people. A lot of people don't know this. You see what I'm saying? But I was not permitted or allowed, even in the military. we would prefer you not talk about certain things. I didn't get it. I was young. I was like, I don't care. I'm not going to talk about nothing anyway. But then I started meeting people because there were people over me, brothers, first class. They were all like Vietnam era, Korean War, and they made sure I got to meet people when I traveled. So I wanted to go out and party. I wanted to go and get the geisha girls. I wanted to go out and see the red light district. I wanted to go and get the big booty, the hoes. No, you need to meet these people. You have a different story from most people. Now, I have no idea. And this is kind of part of my story in layman's term. So, in doing all that, I got to see and hear things that it's like tapping into another hemisphere. It's like you're permitting yourself to see something. Just like when I was saying this language, they call it the English language. They put that on it. This is not English. They made that up. This is Hebrew, the Shemitic language. That's why they want everybody, the Babylonian ideology, to speak this language. I didn't have to convince Native Americans. I told them, this is not your language. This is Shemitic. You're not. This is the confusion. This is the chaos. And we're going to get into that. Why? Because a lot of you use this language and they convinced us based on Hollywood, Cat with 9 lives. I told you, it don't mean what you think. What if we lived over 2,000 years and we keep coming back? Now I'm going to prove to you in the language of things that is literally what it means. Okay? And some other words. And you can go and pull this stuff up if you study linguistics. If you go out there and realize that everything you've been reading and hearing is not what it don't matter about the monkeys who think they're going to stop something. They ain't stopping shit. If they would have learned that, they haven't slowed down nothing. So they have a bunch of idiots they want to indoctrinate. You remember the big guy selling cigarettes in New York? Eric, whatever, and the little punk motherfucker, he choked him out. He's going to hate how his so-called life, which he has not lived, ends. Any one of these little monkeys going out because they want to be selected, they want to be a familiar, they want to be all involved, all inclusive. They're going to hate how it, no, they can't afford this. That's even that term. You will hate it. It doesn't mean what it says. These idiots have embarked Facebook. They got little cartoon with this fake Spanish cat showing all this gay stuff, poop and pee everywhere. Okay, body fluid movements. Got commercials, but the little fake IDF, fake ass little monkeys, right? They want to block my account because I'm addressing some of the people they paying to be doing stupid stuff as if they're stopping something. Mossad, CIA, certain agencies, not all the agencies, certain motherfuckers within the department, and these fake Zionist, fake Jew motherfuckers. So they said they put a block on my account. Like I was like, oh, and whoop de doop, you fell right into my spell. Because I got rid of the account, but I couldn't deactivate it. I'm gonna push motherfuckers either to get rid of it. They got everything they need there if they want to use it. I don't give a flying fuck. This is how stupid they are. They think they're doing something. Then they got their little fake nigga African and the fake little Hindu North Ethiopian, all these other monkeys. Well, the ones who are supposed to be real smart, we all know they're not. If you want to pure this with this little, I'm not even getting to the design of what it really means. They are stupid. Okay? They are so stupid. They're not paying attention. They think they always got it. They're always looking for a way. Always looking for a way. Their little goofy ass AI algorithm can't really read a motherfucker. Because it is farly detached from who you are and how powerful you truly are. It can mimic and mock. That's their shit. They really think they found a way. They haven't found nothing. So I'm going to get into a few words. And that's for them, so they can see that, because they don't share stuff across the board. They got a few monkeys at the top who are fearful as fuck. We gotta, and something, whatever else maybe. Doesn't matter. Okay? One tobacco. So, y'all know that thing where it says a one-trick pony? Usually, what does it figuratively mean? Since the 1950s, it describes a person or a thing or a company limited to a single skill or achievement or a talent. Bobby's just a one-trick pony, right? It negates something negative. Well, literal circus. Well, one-trick pony originally referred to a literal circus pony that only knew one simple trick, like playing dead. It had nothing to do to negate negativity. It was positive. It is opposite what you think it means. Okay? Let's go over here. All right? Let me see if I can pull 16 everyday phrases with surprisingly dark origins. Let's go on to a little dark side. Okay? Let's I want to give it to you so you can pull it up. So Gesundheit in German, right? Danke. We say thank you for saying God bless you, right? Well, we bite the bullet when the moment calls for bravery and say God bless you, right? Well, if you're thinking about these expressions in everyday conversation like linguistic confetti, teeth judo, right? We bite the bullet. Why? After a sneeze, we say God bless you, right? And while these idioms sound innocuous, right? Enough, all right? Innocuous enough. Let's get the fuck out of here, man, with that bullshit. Excuse me. They're just two of many everyday phrases with dark origins. And not just mildly dark, more like bloody battlefields and plague-ridden streets. I mean, they always tell you don't blow your nose when you box. You know what happens, right? Okay, that's what I had to learn, When my septum got all fucked up. You see it? Mine's ain't jacked up like most people's, man. Mine's is very minor when the separation, right? Anyway. Battlefields and plague-ridden streets. Anyway, beneath the surface, some of our favorite expressions have surprisingly twisted origin stories. That triple saying you dropped at lunch, may have been born centuries ago in a bloody war, filthy prison, or disease-ridden alley. Okay? Let's go ahead and let's look at we don't need to see that. It's raining cats and dogs. Heavy rain often sends everyone running indoors to stay dry. But centuries ago, there was an even more pressing reason to avoid the streets. All right? If I had my witch girl set up, I'd be looking here and I'd be reading it right behind you. Y'all think I'm looking at you, but I'm just right in front of you right here, okay? Excuse me. So, even more pressing reason to avoid the streets. Back when public sanitation was practically non-existent, remember we invented the street sweeper, all right? A downpour would wash all kinds of unpleasant things into the gutters, right? Especially all of these migrants and immigrants, right? A lot of you pale skins are no hate. I'm a historian. I'm not making nothing up. Including the corpses of dogs and cats, says Zafares. Jonathan Swift captured this grim reality in his 1710 poem, Description of a City Shower. Although Swift doesn't use the exact phrase, cats and dogs, right? He does vividly describe sweepings from butchers' stalls, dung, guts, and blood, drowned puppies, stinking sprats, all drenched in mud, sprats, cats, fish, dead cats and turnip tops come tumbling down the flood. Those heavy rains sure were messy business back then, so it's raining cats and dogs. How about this one? She's a real die-hard sports fan. Well, according to the Oxford English Dictionary, OED, right, the term originally meant a person who was prepared to fight or offer resistance until death. War is a sport for the enemy. War should never exist. It didn't exist when we ran everything. If necessary today, the word die-hard means one who refuses to change their opinions with respect to an issue. He's die-hard, standing right there, stubborn, right? One who refuses to alter their allegiance to a cause, or one who's an intense fan of something, like a sports team. I'll stick with the modern definition. I mean, I love the New York Giants, but I'm not going to die for my football team. Wow. Stop crying those crocodile tears. roughly in the fake 1400s would actually be 300, all right, circa CE or whatever, right? Someone who cries crocodile tears is someone who isn't actually sad at all, but it's just feigning the emotion. It stems from a medieval belief that crocodiles weep while they are devouring their prey. It was so delicious I cried as I, consumed. Okay? And the behavior has no emotional base, all right? So produced tears is mostly to moisten their eyes or excrete salt. The behavior has no emotional base, she explains. They may not do so specifically while they're eating, and they're not sad about it. The figurative meaning entered English, which is Hebraic language, our language, it ain't from England, in the 1560s, which would be the 460s, and is used to describe the hypocritical sorrow of one who's obviously not sorry. Now let's get back into the more rational and reasonable, because there's a plethora. Our language has been turned upside down. As I told you yesterday, water, it means canoe, that which rides on the surface of what they consider a liquid. Liquid, it does not even mean water. And what they've done with our language is just mystified it, broke it down to a way that's conservative, but with a liberal ideology to push certain things to control the narrative. I'm going to show you why I say that. Excuse me. I don't swallow this shit. Yeah, I need to spit. I'm swallowing this shit. I'm glad they cleaned this up too. Keep it clean too. I'm gonna get a cover or sew one by hand and put over this. Let's look at all right. Whew. Blood is thicker than water. Hey, what's up? Shalom. What's up, Nissia? How you doing, hon? Blood is thicker than water, okay? What is the original saying for blood is thicker than water? How about the meaning? Okay? The common phrase blood is thicker than water usually means family is strongest, but its supposed original longer form, the blood of the covenant, is thicker than the water of the womb. The blood with the Creator is thicker than you, I, or anybody, because we are part of the covenant. That's why I keep telling you we're a collective, and you keep letting these idiots, these frauds, who can manipulate all this here, like make it mean something. They need you to believe in this fictional. They took our language and made a play of it. And I know it's hard for y'all to be considerate enough to follow along and see it for yourself, because everything is convenient. But aren't you weak? You just don't know that you're powerful. I'm tired of playing. I go to eat. All of a sudden, I think I'm getting my head. I'm like, I know my head is clear. Oh, wait, I got to go and do a cleanse again. Somebody's feeding me parasites, or they're messing with food. They just don't want to stop. They think it's simple. I don't have to use cloves. I don't have to drink ginger and pineapple juice or eat fruits, and I could think it away. But see, they have choices. They're so stupid. Anyway, they think they got that word on lock. I'm meaning it as it is defined. Don't I always say in the definition of what you think it means? Like, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Let's look at curiosity killed the cat. Because these things were brought to me when I was like, oh, okay, yeah. They don't mean what you think they mean. They're like, I've been saying this forever. The language you speaking is not what you think it is. You casting spells because you don't have a clue. They played with your shit, and your ancestors, some of them you knew, allowed this shit. Even though they made things relevant, you didn't catch on because they weren't doing it in a constructive way for you to accept it. You just thought somebody was mumbling something. Yeah, that's what I thought about. You know what I'm talking about. I'm going to play the spoon and you won't hear me what I'm saying. But you didn't hear what was really being said. Just like you don't listen to them old Supreme, Last Night and the Pips and the Supremes and all them. You don't listen to what they're saying because you don't hear they're telling you secrets and you don't even hear it. They don't care about us. He's talking about that Rabbi Shmuley bastard. We never had no goddamn rabbis. That's their shit for the Talmud. All right? I think I don't know what I'm saying. I know exactly what the hell I'm saying. Now, curiosity killed a cat. Check this out. Warns that being too nosy can lead to trouble, originating from the 16th century phrase, care killed the cat, meaning worry and grief. Hollywood made you believe in this shit, mob bullshit, right? As seen in Shakespeare, the switch to curiosity happened later with the first known print in 1868. And the full, more positive saying, curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. You keep coming back every time they kill you. Didn't I tell you? Quita, what's going on, beloved? I'm gonna keep my voice down. This ain't soundproof, and I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? This is a teaching moment, educational purposes. You gotta research it, okay? I'm not saying believe what I'm saying. The word believe, lack of knowledge and knowing. Have y'all really been paying attention? I said, I know you're listening, but do you really hear me? Oh, Meg, I want y'all to go back and watch this from the beginning because this is important. I didn't put the thing up there because I didn't want them to come swarming in. They know how to do that anyway, on the backdrop like idiots. Not all skin folk are can folk. We'll get to all that, man. Slow down. I ain't got forever. I still got to work out and pick my lunch, my dinner up, and I got a long night ahead, all right? Now, let's look at, well, the curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. That's what it is, a fuller, more positive version of the common idiom, suggesting that while being too nosy led to trouble and killed the cat. Like, that's the end. 9 lives, gone. Remember I broke that down, right? Nobody got it. Knowledge gain, satisfaction makes the risk worthwhile, encouraging lifelong learning and exploration. That's why they stop you and because you're afraid. But that's why they do all the blood work and they want to deliver the babies. Why you think they pulling the head off a baby after they see the blood work? You think they want that baby to survive? This shit is intentional, hypothetically. Taking mothers' wombs based on certain blood types. Maybe they don't want something coming back through that womb. Can't stop it. Look at Jack of all trades. The common phrase, Jack of all trades, master of none, describes someone skilled in many things, but not an expert in one. However, the often forgotten full quote, pay attention. A jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one. Y'all really, really, really need to start paying attention. Do you think I'm worried about the dumb shit they do? Only the intimidated intimidate those who can be intimidated. There's so much more, but it's trivial. Y'all really need to look into this shit. Y'all keep arguing. I got this idiot. My man, he's an idiot to me. He just posted about Trump in a picture with a young girl. What? He sounds stupid. They all no good. Do they no good? Are they all up to no good? Or are they all just no on the hemisphere of existence? Or are they to rise? Rise, or are they just raised? Something torn down in front of you, put on a pedestal to stall you, the pedals, right? To control the narrative, have you looking somewhere else. I'm telling you, this is our language and everybody speaking our language based on usury. You have been convinced in a system of education to not see it for what it is, and they have accepted it irresponsibly as if it's something as if they know, when even what I'm saying actually means nothing. Or does it mean something? But I'm always asking you all to stop looking for something out of nothing. Me and Snoo were babies, being grabbed up by our mamas in the last world, Tatari, when everything fell shit. That's not what it was called, but that's what we're using. They snatched us up. We were playing. We were meant to be together long, 1,000 years, whatever. And everything went black. I think they missed me, or maybe the doctor didn't want to hurt me. My mother tried to get rid of me. Me and Snoo were still always around each other in school and everything, but we didn't connect as we always did before. Wasn't gonna be no sparks and shit and greatness coming out of it. It was just two people who had a relationship for many, many times. And here we are now, in our 50s, damn near 60s. It's the first time we haven't been together. But we still love each other. I remember we was looking out, our vehicles flying, or what they call flying. Flying. Anyway, doing what they do. These big bubble-like windows. Things that weren't windows, but nothing could come in or go out. Playing. And everything went to shit real quick. I have a story to tell. Anyway, yeah. Hey, Niece, what's up, mama? Oh, dang, it's good to see you, Waiter. We got everybody. Appreciate you guys showing up. Anyway. Yeah, Niece, I told you, thank you for the donation. Anyway, yeah. So, get into the linguistic of words, all right? Really pay attention. Study things, you know? Even the word study, look it up. Anyway, but we're going to talk in a way that we have an understanding. There's nothing wrong. But sometimes you got to look beyond that, because some things we say, that's why it's important to speak healing into yourself. You know, I am healed, I am complete, I am perfect. It's a frequency. So a lot of times we expel, spew things. And it means something else. And we don't realize that we just caused a calamity or something wrong, when it shouldn't be nothing. But yet we don't know our own language. They made us not speak our language. They got to speak in their gibberish in our language. Are you getting it now? I just thought y'all should know that. See, they played their hand when they did what they did on Facebook. They could have unasked it and let it be. Oops. Simplest things. And I haven't said nothing. And there are many others who know what I know, and there's some who know even more. Based on certain things. They don't have the story to tell. I've shared it with people and they will never repeat it because it fucks them up. So they went the straight and narrow, whatever you believe that is. Straight like an arrow, piercing through the wind, the sky. What is the sky? The wind is not one and the same. Anyway, y'all get where I'm coming from. Okay? I'm not attempting to make nobody go straight and narrow. I don't give a fuck what you do. Okay? I really don't. You know what I mean? All right? Share this, do whatever you want with it, whatever. All right? I'm going to get myself together, drink some water, go pick up my dinner, come back, get my workout on. get a quick shower, put on my work clothes, and get the night cracking. Okay? Because I am sore. I am Thor. I'm the hammer. I'm the hammer. Yeah. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. Man, I should just take a nap, go get my food, and come back and work out tomorrow. I'm still tired. I felt a little parasite in my brain running around. Whew. No, I gotta get this exercise on. Anyway, appreciate y'all. All right. I'll see you guys later. They're gonna keep fucking up. You should be grateful. There are things out there that don't like what they're doing. No matter what they've been convinced of and what they're doing, that's just what it is.